LOL, seriously is here, back for more No Man's Sky 2026. I'm still recording these in the Swarm update. I'm just really hoping that we have an update this week. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe next week, maybe the week after, maybe September. Who knows? Who knows? Not me. So I'm recording this. We're continuing on. As you can see, I've got my interceptor out because we're on a pirate's space station. Now, I've discovered that you need to be in game to pass time to get these goods to restock. As you can see, I purchased these goods. I think he had 5 here and 7 here, or vice versa. And he's got none left. But if I just wait here 20 minutes or go on an in-game adventure and come back here in 20 minutes, he'll be fully stocked back up again. I think it's every 3 minutes they get one back or something like that. We could wait around a few minutes. In fact, we're going to be here a few minutes, so we'll see how many he has in a few. So we have a couple of things to resolve. I've purchased some of the ones we want because they were available and I had nanites to spare. But I want to open these packets and get multiple copies so that we can get all the stuff we want installed without having to spend a fortune of nanites to do it. That's good. The Photon Cannon. You know what? Right away, I'm just going to make a save. We got a Photon Cannon. That's exactly what I wanted from that weapons pack. Let's open one of these. No, I didn't want that. Didn't want that. I did want that. That's great. 1 of the 3, not bad. 2 out of 5. I think we can do better than that. So what we're going to do is reload that restore point. Now we're going to go right away and check our sales guy because it's been a minute or two. You might have 1 in stock, but his stock won't be replenished by reloading the game. That doesn't do anything for these guys. It's time based, and you need to have in-game time spent. Yeah, 1 out of 7. 1 out of 1. I don't know why this one will go up to 5. I don't know why it says 1 out of 1. But, oh, no, they both say 1 out of 1. Okay, I was looking at the wrong one. That's weird. Oh, right. That's just the quantity I'm about to buy. 1 out of 7. He's got 7 batteries for sale. No, he got 1 back in the time it took us to do that single reload, and if we do a bunch more reloads and stuff, he'll get more back. So while we wait, he'll get some more. Let's open some more of these and try for better. There's 1 and 2, already better odds. I could make a save. Hyperdrive is good to get. I'm hoping to see pulse drives, actually. There's so many more things you can get. There's 1 pulse drive. Let's resolve some of these. Alright, I've got 26 left. I am going to make a save. We got some pretty good results. I could have gamed the system even harder and got way better results there, but 6 of each is pretty good. Is there anything else we really need for the Starship that's going to have to be X-Class? Let's take a look at the Starship we've got. We have nothing installed, of course. Shields, engines. We're not going to do launch thrusters, so I don't need to worry about that. Yeah, I think that's all we need, is just these 4. Alright, let's just open the rest and see what we get. Getting up to 10 of something would be fantastic. And something else we can do, if we don't want to wait around for the guy to sell more of this stuff, is we can head to all the other systems I went to. Oh, 8 of each. That's fantastic. And 6 of those. Let's see if we can get 8 of these, maybe. There's a lot of different weapons, too, but a lot less weapons than there are non-weapons. So to compensate, they give us these sorts of things. More commonly than you get in these suspicious tech packets. If we can get higher than 8, I would love it. 9 is fine, but the problem with photon cannons is that there's such a narrow range of what's good that it doesn't really matter what you roll. If you roll an X-class module of photon cannon that sounds really, really good, that does not mean it's going to be a good pulse module. It does not mean it's going to be good hyperdrive or shields. So yeah, there's some downsides to the photon being the one that we got 10 of, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see if this guy right here has anything for sale, as we are going to sell all our excess ones. In fact, before we go do anything, what we're going to do is move these to the interceptor. And are there any of these that I do want to sort of keep for re-rolling purposes? Where is... Yeah, I don't get significantly better X-class modules for shields than I do S-class, but you can get 3% better shield strength, like 33-33, instead of 30-33. Sentinel modifications, these are autophage ones. 10%, 9%. Now, these are all pretty good. Okay. I don't need any of those. I can sell them all. What about scanner? Pretty good scanners. One of the Flores is under 10,000, but that's fine. Okay, let's go to him. Okay, I did move them over. Good. Let's sell some stuff. Suspicious shield, a hazard protection, infraknife. We'll just read them as we go. The life supports you have to sell individually. We got a bunch of them. Careful, because when you get down low, it might change spots on you. Yeah, I can get rid of those ones too. Get our nanites back up, replenished a bit. Movement modules, I could have re-rolled those. That's true. There we go, made our nanites back. Does he have a pulse engine? Or sure, I'll buy another shield. We got plenty of photon cannons. That's launch thrusters. No, okay, no, that's fine. So, now we need to head back to our ship. We can check the guy. It's been a few minutes. He's going to have more than one of each. I'd say 3, maybe 4. He's got 5 and 6, so it's faster than I think. Maybe it's every 2 minutes? I don't know. We haven't been here that long. We've been here less than 10 minutes, right? So, been here 9 minutes, and they've gotten 6 back on this one. I'll buy them. I'm going to need them later. Expeditions, etc. Always good to have those stockpiled. They stack up to a ridiculous amount, 50 in your regular inventory. So yeah, always good to have some of these kicking around, just as a place for them to stack into. Alright, let's move these back into our inventory. Let's head to a ground base somewhere. Call in our Corvette, our new Corvette, the Mustang. Where's ships? There we go. Put some headlights on. I think they look okay. I cannot get rid of the orange. I have tried covering them with decals. I've tried covering them with posters. I have one last recourse, and that is to delete this piece here, this wing piece, and place them back inset into that wing piece on top of this piece here, and then put the wing piece back in to cover the orange. And I might give that a try, but you know, it looks fine. I like it. So we'll deal with a little bit of orange for now. So be it. We don't need to get into the ship. We could just teleport to the space station, but I do like flying the ship, so there's that. Our freighter's here. We could have teleported to the freighter. No, we could not have. I don't think you can teleport to your freighter from a pirate space station. Alright, here we go. I have also considered another modification or two to the ship, so maybe I will get into that in the shipyard series, but I thought we could bring this cockpit up and back just one to where this one, it would go back to, you see that seam right here where it changes color? That would be where the nose starts. Right down there. This line here would be where that pink starts there, at best, if not back a bit. But it is a bit of a steeper angle. We'd have to move the shield somewhere else, maybe down here. We would get extra room, is the thing. So we could cover this up with lots of ways. It doesn't involve putting rooms that we could go in inside. So we wouldn't necessarily gain interior room, although we could. But we could make that modification as well. I do like having the open hood though. Alright, we're not doing that today though. We're doing module reroll and we're getting our stats maxed out. Hey. Did stuff get moved around on us? It did. All of our stuff got moved around. We must have done some shipbuilding. Okay. There we go. You guys were up top. You guys were down below. There we go. It's coming together. It's coming together. Almost fixed. This should stop happening once we've got things locked down in place. Even if we do make ship modifications. In theory. Alright, something is not there. You need to be there. You need to be there. There we go. Almost 1200. That sounds about familiar. I thought we had 12, almost 1300 though. Maybe we can get better adjacency bonuses. There we go. That's better. Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that. We're going to do some installing today, so we need to get some space made here. I'm going to move these up. I'm going to move these up. Move that there. Got a nice row of 10. Okay, perfect. And our stats for us to compare with. We can make a save. Alright, we can just do these right here. We've got 10 of these. We may as well start with them. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. We just want to scroll down. There we go. Oh, and the other thing we want to do, we'll move these to our starship. We want to make a save. We want to make them somewhere accessible in our starship, like maybe top row, middle-ish. Get some stuff away from them so we're not misclicking. We can clearly see what we're doing. Alright, hop out of our seat. Scroll down to the bottom row there, and 1. Don't need to count. We got 10. We got 10 slots. Whoop. All right. So we're looking for 449, I believe. So that's pretty good, but I would really rather have 4% fire rate than 3%, and the heat dispersion is fine at 3. So I'm gonna bypass that one, but that's one to check. Number 3. So keep that in mind. So 10 modules and only number 3 is really worth looking at. We're gonna go and do a restore point. We're gonna appear out of our ship. It doesn't matter, we can do it here just fine. We just need to go into our ship to make saves, so it helps to have a ship that is accessible. And it helps have a slot here that we can do something like uninstalling our teleport receiver. 1, 2 times. There we go, and back installed. So we're now on our 3rd module. We're gonna make a save. So we know the Photon Cannon is gonna be a 439. But what about, say, a Hyperdrive module? We get 298. That is better than an S-class module. Okay, but it's not ideal. We can get up to 320. So yeah, let's reload our restore point. Let's check our shields. I believe these can go up to 38% on X-class. So 37, 38 I will take. We'll just call it a win. But we should probably, in that case, check our pulse drive first. Starship. Pulse drive. Ooh. I can't remember if that's good or not. Does maneuverability go higher than 20 in the X class? You know, I'm tempted to just keep that for now. We don't have any other modules. We'll put it on. Give it some adjacency. Yeah, we'll keep that for now. And let's burn 7 more of these, because this would have been number 3. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. And we'll make a new save. So now we only have 9 photon cannons to test, but that's fine. We'll keep testing. Oh, we got 10. Oh, that's right. We installed that instead. That's right. Okay. All right. Drum roll. No, should have done. Maybe tried to simulate a drum roll. These are terrible. That's 10. You can see all of them are different from the ones we had last time. So yeah, we are doing this correctly. We're just getting bad luck. So scroll up to there. 3. 6. again. Make a new save. And try again. What did we get this time? Come on, come on. There we go. No, no. Oh, again. Close. So number 3. We got to check number 3 again. And the rest are bad. Okay. So we burned 2 modules by doing the teleport receiver twice. Make a new save. One install and 2 installs. Let's check pulse drive again, because it was good last time. 19%. Okay, so that is worse and not something I'm going to tolerate. But we can check, say, shields. We haven't checked shields at all yet. I have an inkling it's going to be like 37, 38%. 36. You know, that is better than we can get with S-Class. S-Class are all 30% no matter what, so that's 6% better. I'm going to keep it, and we're going to burn 7 of these again. Or and 7. Okay. Let's move. No, that's out of the way. I thought it was down in the bottom row. All right, let's try it one more time. Now we got plenty more time. We can try it multiple times with this. Usually, I find these a lot faster than my other modules, these Photon Cannon upgrades. There we go. No, again, that's not ideal. 3% fire rate. We want faster than that. So number 8. That's 9, that's 10. Yeah, number 8 is our lucky module to test this time. We're going to have to do some careful counting here. All the way up to lucky number 7. 1. 4, 5, and we do want 7. Okay. You know, yeah, we want to make a save, so we can just load it here. All right, let's try pulse. 18%. It does seem like 20 is a good pull here, so I don't care about the fuel efficiency or boost. Maneuverability is the thing I care most about for pulse drives, so that's a bad pull there. Let's try... We've only tried Hyperdrive once. We didn't try Hyperdrive on the second go. We'll try Hyperdrive, and then we'll try Shields. If Hyperdrive's bad. 304. Not ideal. Let's see what we can get with Shields. And the shield is 34%. I think we're just gonna blow past this one. We're gonna skip it. It's a low level good quality X-Class upgrade. So we need to burn 3 more then. 8, 9, 10. New save made. The reason why I wanted a high amount, like you can see how we're doing this process. We're doing 10 of these, we're finding the good ones, and then we're checking these ones. The reason I wanted a high amount of each of these is because if we had found good ones of these right away that we wanted to keep, we'd be down less than 10. So we want high amounts of all of these things, to be honest. No, again, though, that's a good one to check. So 5, 6 is good to check. And that's about it. Yeah. Okay, we got a restore point here. I'm tempted to load at least my other ship in to make sure that I'm correct that we can get 4% fire rate on these things. I might not have done it on this save, but let's check. Let's call in my other Corvette. Weapon systems are... Everything got moved around because I moved my Corvette. Switched ships, that's what happened. That's what moved all our modules around. Okay, great. Where are... X-Class? No, 3% fire rate. Okay, so we are getting top tier ones here. Darn. In that case, what we're going to do is reload our restore point before we called in that Corvette. Just to double, triple, everything we can to make sure our modules didn't move around. Let's check. No, that's exactly where we had them laid out. Perfecto. Okay. So it was number 6. Three, 4, and 5. So we do have to accept that this is top tier X-Class module for the Photon Cannon. That's unfortunate, but we can get way better than what we've been getting for our other stuff. So, pulse drive. Yeah, there's a 20%er. We're just going to keep it and continue moving on. That was number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we'll make a save. It does explain why it went so much faster on my other saves or other ships getting max class photon cannons, because they're, like I said, it's a low range. It was very easy to find those. If it gets boosted to X-Class, it's pretty much max for photon cannons, because there's nothing else it could be but that. Okay. $10 in a row. All right, you know what? We'll do one more. We'll go overtime to do it. Whatever. It's only going to be a minute, maybe 2. Over 10 of these. Seven. And 10. Okay. Save. And check. go. Yeah, number 2 is good. That's a number 2 and number 5 and number 6. Ooh, what a good run. We could just take 3 photon cannons from this run. But yeah, this is the process that I'm going to be going with. So I've got 2, 5, and 6 to check off on this one. I'm going to do that between episodes, and we're going to come back with a fully tricked out Corvette. We'll check the stats next time. Excuse me. But until next time, have a good time.